This is Ben, Liam and Bell on Nova.
G'day there, podcaster.
Yeah, we talk about SAS Australia in this one. That Sphere Stadium in Las Vegas. Rude injuries is the first thing you're going to hear. There's definitely like a couple of those calls there, just like a bit of a heads up. It's like real skin crawling sort of stuff. You know how some people's stories are, I would say, visceral.
Yes.
You can feel them.
We spoke to the owner of the Collingwood party van.
He was great.
He
I
was
like
great.
that guy.
I always get this wrong. Is it Soul or Salt? Salt.
Salt of the earth.
He was real salt of the earth type
Oh,
character.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And we also spoke to an undercover cop.
Yes.
Ex-undercover cop, not currently undercover.
All of this and much more in today's podcast.
13, 24, 10. Did you have a rude injury? As in an injury to a part in your body that usually...
Just a bit
you know,
rude.
It's a bit rude, bit
Would
naughty.
you also accept an injury that you got whilst doing something rude? Could that be a rude injury?
What, like hurt your arm while
Yeah.
having a session? Okay, yes.
Okay.
I'll let it through.
She will allow it.
I will allow it.
Here's the thing. It has to be a little bit rude. That's the only rule here. 13, 24, 10 if you've had a rude injury.
We will also give our favourite caller for this a brand new Sunbeam coffee machine.
Now, we want to do this because, listen to this. This is an incredible story. There's this poor woman over in, of course, Florida, who is now suing Walt Disney World for $50,000 because she received a serious wedgie when she was riding down the Typhoon Lagoon water slide.
Oh, yeah. The Typhoon Lagoon will do that to you. It'll get right up there.
She went a bit too hard on the Typhoon Lagoon, and
We've all been
yes,
there.
it some water was forced up there.
Oh.
Like quite hard. She really
Gross.
hit it.
And she just got a massive wedgie as well.
Yep. So everything just kind of went.
$50,000 and a new pair of bikinis, which I
Yes.
completely lost inside me.
I would love to see the photo that they take when you're going down the slide.
Oh,
They probably
no,
they have to
no.
blur it out. I've had a rude injury.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Torsion of the testes.
Oh, that's right. You told me about it.
It's not a
before.
fun one. It's not a fun one.
Is that where they twisted?
They twist and you've got half an hour to untwist, otherwise you lose them forever.
So what happened?
Got them just in time. Buzzer
Did
beater.
you go in the ambulance and?
Yeah. Full thing.
What is
Are
it-
you in the
what
actual ambulance?
Yeah,
what did it
yeah.
feel like?
Well, here's the thing. I was quite young. I don't remember it.
Oh, so you
Liam
just-
Stapleton, very long gonads.
Yes, I was a
Not
child
anymore.
with long nuts. That's what they called me in the
You
schoolyard.
should have seen the party tricks Liam could do with them.
Aw,
Nunchucks.
That's gross.
Rowan in Fraser's Rise, good morning. We are talking rude injuries. What did you get?
Good morning. Well, when I was 11, I ended up getting 5 stitches in my testicles.
Oh.
Was it a torsion, Rowan?
Sorry?
Was it torsion like I had?
No, it wasn't torsion. I was playing pool against my cousin in the garage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know those little pool cues that you can get for kids at that age?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was using one of those, and my brother came in and bumped the pool table, so I went to jump up on the long end of the table and reset the balls.
Yeah.
So when I rested the pool cue onto the pool table,
Yeah.
the tip was sticking up just enough. So as I've jumped up and slid back down, I've landed on top of the pool cue.
Oh.
My feet were dangling about 3 or 4 centimetres off the ground, and I ran inside crying, asking for mum.
So you knackered yourself on a pool cue and it just tore it open.
Yeah, so I was lucky. I only just tore the skin,
Yeah.
but it needed 5 stitches and a trip to the GP, and
Oh, Rowan.
yeah.
Yeah. Old 8 balls.
Well, I guess
Family
this is
jewels.
pretty much what we wanted.
Yeah.
That's certainly a rude injury.
Rowan, you are definitely in the running for that brand new Sunbeam coffee machine. Stay by your phone. If you have got a rude injury you would like to share, 13 24 10.
Brody in Caroline Springs. Good morning, Brody. What was your rude injury?
Hey guys, happened to a mate of mine. It was pretty brutal. Him and his girlfriend at the time, were celebrating celebrating their anniversary and got a bit hot and heavy after dinner. One thing led to another. He slipped off the bed, hit the door of the ensuite, split his eye from his eyebrow to the back of his head, 180 stitches.
180 stitches?
Eyebrow to
Yeah.
back of the head.
Yeah, he did a decent job.
That's obviously brutal. I must admit, when you're telling that story, they were doing the deed and he fell off the bed and hit the ensuite door, and you said eye. I thought that he was going to split the eye.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
And
but
thank
that's-
Christ. I think I'd rather
Yeah.
180 stitches in my head than
Yeah.
2 in the other. Don't worry about
What,
it.
in
Bill.
your eye?
No.
As in your third eye.
That's where your head went?
That's where my head
We're
went.
literally doing
thought-
rude injuries, Belle. I don't think
Yeah,
that's
but-
too much of a stretch.
Oh, come on.
I thought he split it
If
open.
he had
Oh, come on
180
now.
stitches for that.
That's enough of that.
Lord.
Yeah. All right. Chris and Bendigo, good morning. What was your rude injury?
So about 10 years ago, I got appendicitis. So I rush into the hospital. It's just about to burst, so it gets operated on every day. And anyway, the next day I go home, and I'm feeling a bit sorry for myself. And my partner, she felt really sorry for me, so she decided to give me a little bit of special attention.
Mm-hmm.
And, anyway, the next morning I wake up and my stomach is blue and purple and yellow and all sorts of weird colours.
Oh.
And I'm in immense amount of pain.
Yeah.
So I go down to the doctors.
Yeah.
The doctor's like, you did what last night?
Yeah,
So I get
Jeez.
rushed back in an ambulance to hospital. They had to sew me back up because all my stitches burst open.
Oh, must be the hell of a session, Chris. Hell of a session.
So,
Whoa.
yeah, so a lot of internal bleeding, a lot of pain. And, I got told I wasn't allowed any action for at least 3 months.
Chris.
Dude.
Be honest, when you told the doctor, was there like a little fist bump?
It was like, trying to own up to it. It's like, so what did you do? And I'm like, well, I was a bit awkward.
Yeah.
I like the idea of like the visual of the doctors looking at all the scans going, nice. Ooh, internal bleeding. Nice. How do they get that internal bleeding? Nice. Hey, come in here. Look at this.
Jeffrey, come in here.
Nice.
Jess joins us now in Tarneit. Good morning, Jess. We are talking rude injuries.
Morning, guys. Yes, I had a rude injury. I dislocated my jaw performing an oral act.
I love that. Jess, I love that. Respect.
It was actually, we tried to put it back into place for over an hour before going to hospital. And then after waiting an hour, they wanted to sedate me to put it back into place.
Nice.
Shush. Jess, that is... I just... What?
You won a coffee machine!
You win.
You will be able to just put the whole mug in your mouth and just drink as much as you want. Put the whole thermos in.
I didn't think we were going to beat Chris, but Jess, you somehow managed to do it. A Sunbeam iced coffee machine is all yours. Congratulations.
Thanks, guys.
No worries.
Legends.
You're only a what if away from a holiday with whatif.com.
You could go to the dentist appointment or all the kids' sports.
But what if it was a weekend on the coast instead? Book hotels, holiday rentals, apartments, and more.
What if it's Aussie for travel?
I want to talk about SAS Australia, Ben and Bell. It is like quite a ridiculous show, but I appreciate how it's more exciting than just another like singing show. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely. It's got so many layers to it, like with the interrogations and the challenges, and yeah, it's very different. I personally just like it for the eye candy that is Ant Middleton.
Have you seen the new promo? They bury Peter Bowl alive.
What?
Do you know what I mean? I'm
Not
just like,
Peter.
that's insane. They bury him alive. And then they give Stephanie Rice a live grenade. So I'm not kidding. I'm not making this up. It's in the like promo. He gives it to her and he pulls the pin out and he goes, "You're now holding a live grenade." It's like, what are you doing, Ant Middleton? You're going to kill Olympic gold medalist Stephanie Rice.
The waivers they must sign.
But is it a real grenade or is it like a prop one and they throw it and then there's an
knows?
explosion? Like, surely they're not giving them a real grenade, right? Like, what if someone dies?
Well, they actually burying Peter? Like, what's
Well,
the go?
so all the new ones, they bring them out in hoods. There's like 12 of them, and then there's like doors in the sand, and they push them all into their boxes and they bury them. Yeah, I know. But I always find it funny the people they get on there. Like, yes, there's a few celebrities that you just sort of forgot about and they're just there, whatever. But it also seems like they have a lot of controversial ones. Like it sort of has the feeling like if you cook your career in some way, there's always SAS Australia.
Well, they need those people in there for when they do the interrogations and they go like, do you feel sorry for what you've done?
Yeah. Like Stephanie Rice, you know, she had that tweet. It was pretty bad.
It
was real bad, actually.
I missed that. I totally
It's almost
slept on
bad
that.
for the...
And then I saw the promo. I saw the ad for SAS. And then she's like, I really regret that tweet. And I was like, what was that tweet?
Yeah,
and
what did she
And then I
write?
Googled it. And I was like, whoa.
The searches for that must have
Stephanie,
blown up. Yeah.
out of line.
Yeah, but all sweet. SAS Australia. They're like, snap that up. Barry Hall made a few controversial comments. He was on. Cocaine Cassie and Chappelle Corby, like convicted drug smugglers. Channel 7's on the phone. SAS Australia, guys, get in there. But I don't know if you've seen the new cast for this season. Yeah, no, I really feel like they've taken the whole redemption arc way too far.
You've seen celebrities you kind of remember take on SAS training. Some that probably shouldn't be on TV. But you haven't seen anything yet. Coming this summer, SAS Australia Redemption.
The challenges are going to be bigger and tougher than ever. I'm British.
And Chief Instructor Ann Middleton won't be holding back.
Here, catch this monster truck tire I'm hurling at you. I said catch it, you
History's biggest monsters, all making their big media comebacks. The Zodiac Killer, Vlad the Impaler.
Oh, Vlad's just tried to skew me, you little shite. Come here.
Bloody Mary.
Bloody Mary? More like bloody idiot Mary.
And Jeffrey Dahmer.
Knees up, Dahmer, you four-eyed
Cancelled? I don't think so. After what they've put the world through, it's time to put them through their paces.
Right, this is the part where you start crying in a shed and telling us about all the bad things you've done.
Make sure you tune in to see tires thrown at Colonel Gaddafi.
Colonel of what? Being a
Genghis Khan.
You Genghis can't be serious. Put in some effort, mate.
Attila the Hun. The Josephs, Stalin and Coney.
Pull on the rope, Coney. Put in some effort.
And the Ivans. Ivan the Terrible and Ivan the Lad.
That's the slowest time we've had on this course, Ivan. Now I am saying why they call you terrible.
This season is going to be blockbuster. SAS Australia Redemption. We'll put anyone on TV.
We have got a $150 voucher up for grabs to La Cabra. I believe we're going there tomorrow.
I believe, yes.
For a team lunch.
A team lunch penciled in. You got that in your diary, Belle?
Yes. I forgot about that. Hard to do on my 8-week challenge, but yep, I'll have some salad. Oh, okay.
Well, you brought it upon yourself, Belle. 13 24 10. Give us a buzz if you want to play the 610 quiz this morning for that voucher.
It's 610. Hallelujah, it's 610.
You know what, Belle? I've changed my mind. You can come, but you can't sit at the group table.
I'll sit at the loser table with my lettuce. It'll be great.
Annie in queue. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm feeling it, Belle. I'm going for a hot girl summer too.
Oh,
Really? Oh my gosh.
Stop it. Okay.
Annie, you know what? It's the best lead-in, though, because the sun has been perfect this early on. Got to work on your tan safely and get those steps in.
It very much feels like cramming for an exam when your hot girl summer starts in
There's
like
pressure.
October 3rd. You know what I mean? Like there has been a whole year leading up to this point. Everyone's like, oh my God, it's coming!
Annie, what are you doing? Are you doing an 8-week challenge? Are you going on a diet? What are you doing?
No, just being, extra cautious.
Okay.
We're just taking off all the excess stuff.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, okay.
Gotcha.
Well, you're about to win a very yum Mexican dinner with tons of carbs. if you can go 5 for 5. So Pies coach Craig McRae is on the front of the Herald Sun today posing with new daughter Maggie sitting inside the Premiership Cup. What famous TV family also has a baby daughter named Maggie?
Simpson.
Taylor Swift, Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman were all spotted at a Chiefs game together. Which of them is an Aussie?
Oh, I wasn't listening to all the names. Hold on. Taylor Swift. Who else you say?
Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds, and Hugh Jackman.
Oh, Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, Hugh Jackman. Carrie Bickmore is going to be the host of a reboot of Deal or No Deal. I don't know if I'd get this question. What does the crowd chant when someone picks briefcase number 26?
Oh, God, I don't think... I used to watch it. That's one with Andrew O'Keefe, isn't it?
Yeah, who's cancelled now.
Don't say that, mate.
We're not allowed to say his name.
No, you can say his name, but we don't like it. Yeah, he's a bit of a pig. So
I don't...
it's no answer.
It's such a tough question.
Annie, don't go anywhere because we said before the quiz this is a hard question. Producer Andy disagreed. I think now he's going to see that it is a hard question. Steve in Croydon, good morning. Deal or no deal? When they pick briefcase number 26, what do they say?
Pick up sticks.
Oh, because
No,
it's a rhyming
Steve.
thing. Pick up six, briefcase.
No,
26.
that's bingo.
If Mark in Parkdale can't get it, we're going to go back to Annie. Mark, do you know what they say when they pick briefcase number 26?
Boom.
No, don't say boom.
Nah.
No, I think we go back to Annie. We liked Annie. It's booyah.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
Yep, no, we agree, Annie. We agree.
Yeah. No one remembers that.
Now I'm ready for the reboot. I'll know what to say.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. 2 more questions. Australia's top beers have been revealed. Can you name 2 beers?
Oh, VB and Carlton.
Yeah, they're 2 beers. Last one here. We're going to need that beautiful singing voice. Happy birthday, Gwen Stefani, 54 today. Finish these lyrics.
Oh, no, I hope the guys don't know that one either.
Oh, Annie.
Oh, come on.
It's a spelling question, Annie.
It's a spelling one.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Do I get to hear it one more time?
Oh, you can if you want.
No, give it to the boys.
Sorry, Annie.
Oh, well, let's move now to Michelle in Bandura. Can you finish these lyrics?
B-A-N-A-N-A-N. B-A-N-A-N-A-N-A-S.
Yeah, girl.
Very good, Michelle.
You have won. Winner, Mexican dinner. You're off to La Cabra.
Awesome. Thank you so much, guys.
You also get to choose the next song we play. So, do you want to hear Hilltop Hoods?
Adelaide's national anthem.
Or Michelle, I mean, I think this is the final spin for the Spin Doctors.
If you want to call me baby, just go ahead now. And if you like to tell me,
We've been peddling that one for a while. Michelle, which one would you like?
I'll go to Spin Doctors.
Nice.
Oh.
It was on the Green Mile, but it's off.
I'm getting shooting pains down my arm. Can you call me a doctor, Ben? A spin doctor. I'm actually okay, guys. It's all good, Ben and Belle.
Before the mics came on, Liam said, "Quick, Ben, I've got an idea." That was the idea.
Also, the Spin Doctors, this song is called Two Princes. You're with a couple of princes. The Princes of Melbourne.
Couple of princes and a wench.
Princess knew before you. That's what I said now. Princess who adore you. Just go ahead now.
This is huge. For the first time ever, scientists have recorded echidna noises.
Oh.
Never been done.
Really?
Never been done.
It's that sort of thing, like
in our history.
When you're a kid, it's like, what sound does a lion make? Like, roar. You know, what sound does a dog make? Woof. What sound does an echidna make? You're not going to know.
But isn't it just like a licking noise? Is that just like with their tongue?
Well, I wouldn't say that that's
I
them
don't
making
know.
a noise. That's the sound of their tongue coming out.
Because I always think, I got 2 theories. It's either you know how baby crocodiles don't sound, you think they sound like?
They
It sounds like lasers. It's like,
Really?
yeah.
Really?
sound like little shooting lasers.
Cool.
So I think it will sound like that, or everyone's seen those videos on YouTube of the turtles getting it on. The kind of
was that video got such a good run, circa 2007.
So I think it's either the turtle sound. I'm going to go with turtle sort of sound.
Can I give one? I take back the tongue.
Yeah.
I think it would be more of like a groaning, like a.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Did you want to hear baby crocodiles quickly?
Oh, okay, sure.
Oh, that's not the one. That's not the one. Yeah, there you go.
It's so cute.
That's a baby crocodile.
That's so cute.
But for the first time ever,
Oh yeah.
we're going to reveal echidna noises.
Here we go.
All right, I'll give you a drum roll.
Sounds like my dad's breathing. Sounds like my dad. Sounds like I'm watching a movie next to my dad. I don't know.
That's what Liam's mum hears every night. I'll go on the record and say we didn't need to record that.
That was so underwhelming.
I don't think
What a waste of
That
time
feels
and
like
money.
it would be like the Nova secret sound, and it's like the trickiest one ever. And people are like, I just don't recognise that. It's not familiar to me at all.
Is it Liam's dad?
Wasn't a kidna. I think everyone saw the Collingwood van over the weekend, whether it was on the news, in their social feeds, or maybe you were lucky enough to witness it in real life. Just a van decked out in Pies colours.
Yep.
I noticed on the back of the van there was like a rotisserie with a stuffed lion on it.
Yeah.
Just turning over like they were cooking the lions.
Obviously, there's lots of videos of it doing the rounds. I would say pretty iconic photo that everyone was sharing of just like the van. I think it was in the middle of Swan Street.
It's in the
Might
middle
have
of
been
Swan
Smith.
Street because you can see the overpass there near the corner hotel.
And there's all people standing on the roof as well.
Yeah.
Well, there's an update with the Collingwood party van. Turns out someone stole the bull bar off it that night. I don't know how that happened. To find out, we're going to be joined by, I believe, one of the owners of the van. Brett is his name. Good morning, mate.
G'day, guys. How we going?
Very good, thank you. So, is it you and some mates that own the party van?
Yeah, it is. Excuse my voice. It's just starting to come back. But yeah,
I can imagine.
Yeah, I'm one of four. Yeah, we got it in 2010, and yeah, ever since that grand final, it's been a tradition to turn a pig on the back in the spit. Yeah, so it's been bloody awesome.
So you've had it since 2010. Has it just been parked, hidden away in a garage, or have you been driving it around?
It only comes out for grand finals. So 2010,
Whoa.
both grannies there. 2011, which was a bit of a sad story.
Yeah.
2018, it was there again. But yeah, and she made it back there. The old girl, 2023.
How heck is that?
And it's awesome.
Brett, it reminds me
believe it.
of like, in America they have like the tailgate parties and like everyone starts drinking in the parking lot and they have their barbecues. And that's kind of a thing that I kind of wish we did. But it feels like you are like a solo tailgate. Like you've got the pig on the spit in the back of the van. You got the beers going before you go into the game.
Brett, I have a logistical question for you. If you are only bringing it out at grand finals and you've had it now for 13 years, are you registering it every year, or do you just register it if they make the grand final?
It is registered. There was a spell there where we said we'll let it lapse, but I think it's eligible for club reg next year.
Whoa.
So if you know anyone that can give us a dodgy roadworthy,
unreal. And so how did it get onto Swan Street? Because it looks like there's no cars around it. It's literally like there's like probably like, I don't know, 500 people crowded around it, and it's literally looks like a riot's about to kick off. How did it get there?
What happened was we parked it at the back of Precinct. My mate Darren was driving it, and he doesn't really know how to drive manual too well.
Yeah.
And he hit a like a curb, the concrete curb. So it done the radiator.
Yeah.
So we parked it up, and we started went on Swan Street. Then all of a sudden the bus just appeared. I don't know how it got there. The van was there, and the party started, and it was amazing.
Wow.
If you were there, it was amazing.
And
you say amazing, but you weren't like, oh, someone's stealing our car, or like, oh no, there's 50 people standing on top
I
of
like
my
to
van.
imagine that there must have just been, 50 Collingwood supporters saw the van, they picked it up somehow and like carried it into the middle of the street. But the update is the bull bar got stolen. Is that right, Brett?
The bull bar's gone, and we want it back. The kids, the next day we got the van at home.
Yeah.
The kids looked at the van. They said, "What have you done to the van?"
Yeah.
I said, the bull bar, we'll get it back, boys, you know. Hopefully we can get it back. Someone out there's got that bull bar. We want it back.
Wow.
I guess.
Yeah, but that's so awful.
Is there a reward up for grabs if anyone has any information?
Well, next year, the van, I reckon it's going to make it back there at the G. Maybe they can come in the van. They can have a ride in the van.
Yeah, nice. Bit of pig on the spit.
We're not going to take it against you because you took the bull bar. It's all part of being a Collingwood supporter. You know?
Brett, you sound like a good bloke. We'll put the call out now. If anybody has any information where the Collingwood Party Van's bull bar is, we would love for you to call up 13 24 10. Maybe it was you. Maybe you stole it on that night and you've got a guilty conscience.
Also, if you can get a dodgy roadworthy, Brett is also interested. So just, couple of lines there.
Brett, all the best, mate, and good luck running that ball
One
bar.
more thing. Can I just finish with this? Certainly. Sweet 16. How sweet it is. Yeah,
Oh my God, have we seen the videos doing the rounds of the Sphere? It's in Las Vegas. It cost $2.3 billion to make.
What?
It's a giant, so in LA, so it's a venue where people perform in Las Vegas, and imagine you're sitting inside a giant orb, and then the band is performing, and then the entire venue, like from behind you, above you, to the sides, in front, behind, the entire thing is a screen on the inside, and then on the outside, it's also a screen, so it can project images.
It's so cool.
It costs, $2.3 billion. The screens are 18K resolution. So you mean you get like a 4K TV and everyone loses their minds, and then 8K, everyone's like, it can't be done. These screens are 18K resolution.
How much was it?
$2.3 billion.
No, that's a waste.
And the videos that are doing the rounds, it's the first ever performance inside the Sphere, and it's U2.
It's a beautiful day.
It looks euphoric. Like each song they're playing, it goes to a different setting.
It like transports you.
Yeah, it's like kaleidoscope stuff. There's some with like digital numbers and it's all coming in at you. And there's other just like beach settings and eagles flying.
It seems like a bucket list thing you got to do.
Well, I'm looking at the videos. I'm like, is this legit? Like it looks like a joke. Like I feel like you'd have to see it for your own
It is a joke.
eyes. What are you humping about the Sphere, Bill?
The actual stage where they're playing looks like it's been set up in a school hall.
It's not about
It's
the
a
stage.
tiny little stage.
It's about the visuals.
About everything
it's
else.
sort of everything.
It's not a sphere. It's a half sphere. It's a dome. And if you go across the Westgate to Science Works, there's one there.
There's not.
And you can look up and you can see the stars and stuff.
Okay,
So
yeah.
you can do that
sure,
there.
yeah. I'm sure
Exactly
it's all
the same.
18K. It's not. It's just.
Have you watched
Yeah,
the
Oh,
Star
yeah. Where are
Show?
you two playing tonight? Oh, yeah. They're playing across the Westgate at the bloody Science Works.
Yeah,
It's not going to
exactly the same
happen
experience.
in a million
It's not.
years.
Exactly the
Absolutely
same.
not.
Better
Stop-
stage there.
Stop
probably,
knocking the
too.
Sphere. You're actually annoying me.
I'm Ben, the one speaking right now. I'm married, got married last year in April. And this year, my wife Sam and I had our baby son, Freddie. He's 8 weeks old now. They grow up so fast. And the thing about my wife Sam is she doesn't have any social media. She got rid of it a while ago now, like years ago. She got rid of all the social media, which I love. I think I like that she doesn't try to live her life on socials. But the thing about it is it does mean she's constantly behind the 8 ball. Like she doesn't see the trends. She doesn't see the videos that go viral.
Yeah.
So I'll give you an example. So about a week ago, she said to me, she's like, "Oh my God, have you heard this new artist, Olivia Rodrigo?"
Oh, stop.
Age no better. I've made some
And I was like, yeah. Yeah, she's been around now for a while, honey.
Like 3 years probably in like the charts.
Thanks for all your support listening to the radio show because we play her every morning.
And the thing was, she was like, the song she was obsessed with was the one that was massive a while ago now, Driver's License.
That was the first one, yeah.
Beautiful
That's
song.
so cute.
Beautiful song, she said. So she's definitely behind the 8 ball. She showed her colours again a couple of days ago. She was like, oh my... Because the one thing she does watch is... it's YouTube's version of TikTok. So
Oh, the little YouTube Shorts
YouTube
thingy.
Shorts.
Yeah.
So you don't have to have an account. You can just go on YouTube
I feel like
and watch
this
them.
is so. If you want to be on the forefront, if you want to see it first, it's TikTok.
Yep.
Then you're a little bit behind. Like if you've got Instagram Reels and that's
Yep.
all you're on, because you'll be like, "Oh my God, this is so funny." It's like, "Oh yeah, we found that funny 2 weeks ago."
Yep.
And then, like by the time it gets to YouTube Shorts, it's been a couple of months. And then when it's on Facebook, it's like, "Yeah, mum, that was in 2009." Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, we're past that news story now.
So she was like, oh my God, there's the funniest video going viral. I was like, what is it? Tell me about it. And she was like, there's this lady and she's on a plane.
No.
And she's like, that person is not real.
But I am telling you right now that back there is not real.
So old.
You should hear like crickets. I was like, that's such an old video. That's I don't even.
I mean,
like
it's such an old. In
it's like
our
6
terms,
months ago.
No,
It was
like
a long
3
time
months
ago.
It was a
The
while
lady on
ago.
the plane.
Yeah.
She's like, Ben, did you hear? There's a poo jogger on the loose. There's this guy, and he's pooing on people's lawn.
She did one last night that I couldn't believe. Liam, I know you know this person. She's just started getting into, and I'm going to say the name wrong because I can't say it. She's just started getting into Spanian videos.
Oh, Spanian, yeah. Urus lad. Urus. Good logic, bro.
I found so funny because I was like, why are you watching him? Because he's a guy
Western Sydney
where
guy.
he's
He's been to prison.
Yeah,
and he teaches you. He's like, crouch behind the bush, lad, and then
Yeah.
come out and hit him over the head with our brick.
that was how. So yeah, that's why I was so confused because I was like, he's like a guy that went to prison and he does like street.
But he also does like cooking. Like he like, eats street food and stuff.
And he does like he does videos now because he's gotten so popular that he travels around the world and goes to like the most dangerous areas.
Yeah.
All right, we're back into the hoods. We're in Barcelona.
Ew.
And she just watches him
Spanian.
walking around Barcelona. He was like a big thing like 12 months ago.
Look, she's home all day with the newborn Freddie. Like, I don't blame her.
Yeah, watching Spanian videos with him. His first words are going to be "Urus lad."
She is definitely Sandra Sully with the late news.
Yeah, thanks for that, Sandra. Thanks for the update.
Maybe you can relate to my wife, Sam. 13, 24, 10. What did you miss? Maybe you're a mum. Maybe you just don't have social media. Maybe you just don't pay attention and you totally missed a big thing that everyone's talking about.
Maybe you're doing the Psy Gangnam Style dance at home at the moment because it's your new favourite song and you missed it the first time.
We were watching TV, and this was another one of hers, watching TV a few weeks ago, and for some reason it was in the news again. It had something to do with the cricket cheating scandal. And she went, did they cheat?
Didn't know about the sandpaper.
Didn't know about sandpaper gate.
Wow.
13, 24, 10. Are you Sandra Sully with the late news?
Leanne in East Keilor, tell us, did you get the late news? What did you miss?
Okay. It wasn't me. It was my girlfriend, Billy. I've just been away with her, and her son's name's Charlie. And Charlie walked in and, had a big night, and he's walked in and I've gone, oh, Charlie, you bit my finger. And he goes, and my girlfriend Billy looks at me and goes, what are you talking about?
Oh, no.
And I go, haven't you seen the dude?
What year was that?
That was like one of the biggest things on the internet.
I reckon
That was like 07?
2000 and even earlier, maybe.
Yeah.
Like it was like
Well,
one
it
of the
was YouTube,
OG.
and YouTube started
And
like 06.
For those that haven't seen it, it's two brothers, I believe, and one's called Charlie, and he bites the older brother, and he's like, Charlie bit me.
Yeah. And then I think they did like a check-in with him now. I saw a video
Did
recently.
they?
It was like him grown up and talking about becoming a meme. Anyway.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
right.
Well, your friend's living in Perth, obviously, a little behind the time. Sam in Melton, did you get the late news?
Hi, how you going?
Very good.
That's good. It's the Queen's birthday. I didn't realise she died until months later
Are
when it was the
you-
public holiday.
And it was
You
the King's
missed
birthday.
The Queen. Yeah, you're like, why is it the King's birthday? You missed the
Yeah,
Queen's. No,
yeah.
you didn't.
How
Sam.
did you miss
couldn't
that?
have.
I don't know. I never caught wind of it until the public holiday, and everyone was calling it the King's birthday on the day, and I'm like, since when did we have a king?
Were you
You're
off
around going,
grid?
you're wrong,
Like,
it's the Queen.
That is insane. That was like absolute whitewash media coverage.
That
Like,
was the biggest story.
I remember we came in early that morning and we did like a 5-hour show just talking about
We
the
started
Queen's
on air at 5 a.m.
death. Yeah.
I don't. Even if you were trying to avoid that, I don't know how you could avoid that story.
Well, it was public holiday. I was at home. I wasn't listening to the radio that day. Sorry, guys.
Or checking your phone.
Wow.
Yeah, that's great.
Hey
Yeah.
Sam,
Love it.
I'm going to give you that steam fry air fryer.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
No worries at all. It is a steam fry air fryer plus steam, all thanks to Sunbeam. You can steam and air fry at the same time for a crispy outer crunch, Liam, and a juicy tender inside.
That is damn good.
Wow.
It seems like it would be cancelling
It
each other
seems
out.
counterintuitive, doesn't it?
But it works, clearly.
If you would like a steam fry air fryer, 13 24 10, we'd love to know, what did you miss? It might be the Queen's passing.
Isabel joins us now. What did you miss?
I had no idea that the Titanic was a real ship.
Oh, you thought it was just a movie?
Fiction.
Yeah, I just thought it was a movie until earlier this year with the whole submarine thing. I was like,
are you kidding me?
Why did they go down there? And then my friends explained the Titanic is down there. And I was like, I thought it was just a movie.
You know what, Isabel? You know what? You've jogged my memory. I thought that reindeers weren't real, and I only learned that they were real.
So you thought it was like a
that
Christmas,
last
like
year.
elves and
Well, yeah, I thought
you
it was
learned
kind of
last
like,
year.
you know-
learned last year that reindeers
Yeah, it was
were
about
real.
last year. Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, it was really weird.
I mean, they can't fly and they don't have red noses and stuff, but they're like
I
they're
know,
a
but
thing.
like, I thought.
Well, the real ones
yeah.
can.
Yeah, of course.
Of course they can.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Isabel, I feel ya. Yeah, it's hard because pop culture sometimes makes you believe that things aren't real.
Yeah, well, you thought narwhals weren't real as well.
Yeah, that's right. Narwhals.
I was talking
whales.
about narwhals a couple of weeks ago, and you said they weren't real. You thought it was
They're
a mythical
they're the
beast.
unicorn whale.
Yeah, but they're
Yes.
a real
They're
whale
It's
with
a real
horn.
whale with a horn.
Yeah, that's wild to me.
A unicorn not real. But narwhal real. I see how it's a little bit confusing when it
Also-
starts sort of blending,
The fish in Finding Nemo, with the light on
Deep
its head.
sea. Of course
yeah,
they're real.
I didn't know they were real. No, I thought that
they're
was
all
made up
based
too.
on real fish.
Yeah, no, very cool.
Yeah.
I think there's so much fish, there's undiscovered fish because they can't even get that deep.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, so they discovered that thing recently. It was like last week. It was this little orb blob in deep sea, and they never found one before.
Really?
Yeah, they never found one.
What's that?
Yeah.
You have to get the orb blob up.
Yeah, get the orb blob up. Bo in Sky, good morning. What did you miss?
Taylor Swift.
What do you mean? What do you mean, Bo?
I had no idea she exists.
Until when?
Oh, I was watching the grand final and there was I'll swap Taylor Swift tickets for grand final tickets, and I looked at my partner and asked her, who the hell is Taylor Swift?
Oh my God.
Did it? We had those girls on the show on Friday, and you're telling me you didn't so obviously you don't listen to Nova much.
Nah, not much at all.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Because we're playing a lot of
A lot of
desperately.
that, yeah.
And the hype is real, man. Like people are going crazy. Like the MCG is back-to-back shockers for 2 nights, and people are selling their kidneys for
Bo,
tickets to those shows.
If you're not really into pop Taylor, you might be into the earlier Taylor Swift when she was real country. She's had a few eras, you could say.
Yeah, Bo, what are you into? What kind of music?
Oh, I'm more into country, but I definitely haven't heard of Taylor Swift.
Well, have a look at her country stuff from back in the day.
What are you running?
Yeah.
Like what's your go-to, Bo? Like music. So who are your sort of top artists?
Yeah, Luke Combs or
Yeah, a bit of Luke Combs.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
You said it right. Ben said it wrong. Yeah.
No, I thought it was Combs, not Combs.
No, it's Combs, not Combs.
Because I was saying Combs, and everyone said I was saying it wrong.
Yeah. Well, don't argue with the bushy.
Well, look,
he knows.
Bo, I'm going to give you. How would you like to fry with steam, Bo?
Oh, I'd love to.
Yeah.
Again, this is confusing, but...
Yeah, it is confusing, isn't it? But that's the thing. It's a steam fry, air fryer, plus steam, all thanks to Sunbeam. So you can steam and air fry at the same time for a crispy outer crunch lamb and a juicy tender inside.
Yes. Report back to us, Bo. Call us back. Let us know how it goes. It seems like it's obviously a really good product, but I'm like, it's confusing everyone.
It seems like the steam would make the crunchy outer layer
Do you know,
soggy.
I actually... bit of flex, but my oven
Here we
has
go.
this steam chamber.
I've heard about ovens that have that.
Yes. So, and we didn't use it until our microwave broke recently. And we're like, maybe we'll try the steam thing.
Yep.
And you got to put water,
in it.
Yes. And
Well,
it
that's
takes.
the same thing as this then.
Yes. Yeah. It takes longer, but if you.
What did you cook in it?
Just so that there's some leftover chicken and vegetables and
Yeah.
stuff. But you know how if you put it in the microwave,
It dries it
normally
out.
dries it out.
Yeah. Not with the steam.
Not with the steam. It comes out juicier than I probably cooked it in the first place because it's like heating it with hot steam.
Well, that's what you'll get with this then.
That's
with
a
the Sunbeam
game changer.
Yes,
air fryer.
yes, absolutely.
There we go. We're learning something every
How many
day.
of these things we got one more to give away.
Hey, tune in
no.
tomorrow for one of those. If you want steam crunch, this is the show to listen to.
Now, I'm not sure if anybody's watching Masked Singer, but if they are, they would have seen last night's massive reveal.
And it's Shayna Blaze!
Oh my God! Did you say Shayna Blaze?
No one works harder than Osher Ginsberg. His vocals, his pipes would be very sore after an episode of Masked Singer. Now, call me crazy.
Yeah.
I know the name Shayna Blaze, but
Yeah.
you will have to jog my memory on.
The judge on the block, one of the judges on the block.
Is she she's the one of the three that they come
Yeah.
through and they like tear it to shreds. Like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't have put that cupboard there. Yeah.
I love the block. I love watching it. I'm not sure if they try to make the judges villains on purpose, but they don't come across as likable people.
Well, I suppose because they rip people's work to shreds. And
they seem so pretentious and they seem so wanky.
But that's the whole point
It's
of
like
it.
they love the smell of their own brew, those judges. And Shayna, more than anybody, loves the smell of her own brew.
Was she a big, hammer or a big, was she...
What do you mean?
On The Masked Singer, was she like a
I don't know.
tool-related...
I didn't watch it.
Could have been a big gherkin, something. Normally, they normally do like a food, like there's normally like a spaceman and like a vampire and like a dumpling or something like that.
Yeah. Well, there was the bad avocado last week, which was Summer Warn. It was half an avocado, but it had an angry pip face.
Oh, right.
Stupid.
I thought you meant bad avocado, as in it was like not ripe yet, or like it was an old one. Yeah, it was kind of munged, like sloppy avocado.
Yeah, nah, it's just angry.
I feel bad not knowing what she was. I feel like we should know that. I feel like
Do you
people...
want me to? I can get it up.
I'm
for you.
Googling it and I'm not getting an answer.
Well.
The Masked Singer, Shayna Blaze, because it is interesting.
Really live Googling.
The blue bottle.
Oh,
Yeah.
the blue bottle.
Yeah.
She was a jellyfish.
Yeah.
She was a jellyfish.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah,
She was
all
a
right, there you go.
jellyfish.
A performance with a sting. I bet you they would have used that at some point. We've opened up the forbidden folder. This is where Ben, Bell, and I keep all our ideas the boss has said no to in the past because they're a little taboo. Like, what's prison like? That was a good one.
Have you been shot?
Have you slept with a celebrity?
Teen mums.
Yeah. What's your connection to a murderer?
Furries.
Yeah.
Furries was a wild... I forgot about furries.
All of these things have been covered off. This morning's, though. Are you an undercover cop? Now, you can call through if you were an undercover cop, 13 24 10. We have arranged an undercover cop.
Yeah, we thought
They're
it
pretty
might
hard to
be
get.
a bit of a stretch for someone who's currently undercover to pick up the phone and go, "That's me."
Could you imagine if you've done
What do I
3
win?
years, you've done 3 years in this bikie gang, and then they're all looking around and you're on the phone calling Nova saying, "Yeah, I'm an undercover cop." They're going, "Are you getting a load of this? We're going to murder this guy now. Are you serious? He knows way too much about us." So yeah, we have arranged an undercover cop, someone who was undercover for a very long time. Keith, is it true you were an undercover cop?
It's absolutely 100%. Yeah, I was a deep undercover cop.
So you say deep undercover. Does that mean you were like in it for years?
No, what it means, mate, is different identity. So I had 3 or 4 different names with driver's licenses, bank accounts, and basically a whole backstory.
Oh my God!
Completely assumed name.
How long were you undercover for in total?
Well, only 2 years initially. Then I did a couple of other jobs later in my career that were pretty much, 3 to 4 months of a stint.
Oh my God, that's crazy. Keith, you know how you mentioned all the different names and IDs and stuff. Are they kept at a police station or is it in like a suitcase under your bed like in the movies?
Well, when I was an undercover cop, it was back in the 1980s. So, I'm thinking pretty much all your listeners go when. So it was Wild West stuff. There, we as myself and the other undercovers, we just basically invented it ourselves. So it was, in a suitcase under the bed.
You invented the names yourself. Did you, can you give us one of the names? Was it like a pretty standard name, or was it like Mooney Nightcroft?
One of them was I used to use the name Jim a lot because my second name is James.
Right. That's fairly standard.
Yeah, you just have to have something that you respond to. And when I was growing up in country Queensland, my uncle's name was Keith, and I was always called Jim or Jimmy. So I generally use Jim a lot because that way, if you've had a few drinks or whatever substances, and you're in a meeting or an environment surrounded by criminals, you want to be able to respond to your name.
That's it.
yeah.
If you say, I'm Hawk or Blade or something like that, you'll probably forget after a couple of beers.
So, Keith, you've said that you had...
Or Byron.
You've had many jobs. Are we talking like drug gangs or what kind of work are we talking?
Yeah, all mine was drugs.
Okay.
All mine was drugs. I volunteered for it, and I went deep undercover just before I turned 22 years old, believe it or not.
Wow.
And because back in those days, back in the 80s, heroin was a scourge. We had people dying of overdoses literally every day. And I just figured that there was something that I could do to fight that heroin trade. The decisions you make when you're young and full of ideals, I guess.
Do you have to take drugs if you're pretending to be criminal and you're like this hardcore guy?
You have to do it all.
Yeah, would you
if you're deep in it? What happens, Keith?
Yeah, I smoked a lot of weed. Pretty hard not to. I took a couple of lines of speed at gunpoint one night.
Whoa! Seriously, they were like, if you're not a cop, then do this.
Yeah, that's precisely what it was. Yeah, it wasn't so much if you're not a cop. It was this guy wanted someone to party with, and I said I was only in it for the money, which is what I used to say about all powders.
Yeah.
And he produced a double-barrel shotgun, and I'll clean it up. He said, if you don't partake with me, I'll be forced to shoot you in the head.
Oh my God, you'd have so many good stories. You just can't even that's one, but you'd have so many good stories.
Did you ever come close, Keith, to being found out?
Oh yeah. I was doing an undercover job in Cairns in North Queensland, and the guy that I was working on, we didn't realise at the time, but was an escaped double murderer from South Australia.
Oh jeez.
Oh whoa.
And I was with him in a particular nightclub, and it turned out that the nightclub was managed by a guy I'd gone to school with, and he recognised me and called me by my real name.
Oh no! I said, I heard you became a cop.
Yeah, well, no, because I hadn't seen him since year 8, so he had no idea I was a cop. But
Good.
He just said, Keith,
Yeah.
And that wasn't the name I was using at the time.
So what do you say? No, that's not me.
Oh, I used some pretty bad language towards him and said, no, you're mistaken, and go away. You can read between the lines.
Yeah.
And the crook, the crook that I was with, I've said this to many people, he gave me a look that froze my blood. He had eyes like Charles Manson. I don't know whether you've ever seen any photographs of Charles Manson. This guy was cold.
Yeah.
It scared me a lot.
Did you ever become close or friends with the people that you were going to expose?
That's an excellent question. I did. I developed pretty early an attitude about drug reform. Once I realised that cannabis wasn't causing the sky to fall in society, I had a point of view. It should have been at least decriminalised, if not legalised. But there were some people that I really liked hanging around with who were weed dealers, and I still feel a bit of guilt about that, a bit of remorse about it, but that was the 1980s in Queensland. You just had to do what you had to do.
Yeah.
Keith, what do you do after being an undercover cop for so many years? Do you just
go live out on a ranch somewhere?
Open an ice cream shop?
Are you living in fear that they're going to come after you?
No, when I finished undercover, I had a thirst for adrenaline, so I went and joined the special operations area.
Cool.
Jeez, Keith, you're a real-life action man.
Maybe a long time ago.
Oh, wow. Keith,
fascinating
thank you so
stuff.
much.
It was a pleasure, and we appreciate you coming on the show to have a chat with us this morning.
Thanks, guys. I really appreciate it. Have a great day.
For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.